Good Reading Month, Roque Central Elementary School. November marks the calendar for Reading Month celebration. Pursuant to DepEd Memorandum Number 244, Series of 2011, DepEd Division of Davao City informed our school about the conduct of the 2020 National Reading Month or NRM. The Roque Central Elementary School's annual celebration is connected with DepEd's commitment to provide quality, accessible, relevant, and liberating basic education for all, and to respond to the challenge of every child a reader or bawat bata bumabasa. Roque Central Elementary School and joined together with other government schools and learning centers in the country to hold activities for the month-long celebration with strict observance to the health protocols and guidance set forth by the IATF and the local government. At this juncture, allow me to read the message of our ever-creative and dynamic District Supervisor, Dr. Melinda Arguillas Roma. Roque Reading Advocates, my salute to your dauntless effort in implementing DepEd Reading Program this very critical time of COVID-19 pandemic. A clear manifestation of sustaining reading habits of our learners is the unwavering commitment of all our reading teachers, the support of the school heads, collaboration of the school community stakeholders, most especially the sacrifices of our learning partners, our parents. Truly, the African proverb which states, "It takes a village to educate a child," is quite evident this crucial time. Though learning is done through online or modular, yet everybody contributes to the continuing education of our learners. Reading is life. We enriched every learning through reading. So, I am enjoining all of us not only to teach reading habits to our learners, but to live our lives embracing love of reading. Mrs. Mariclu Alpas, our District Reading Consultant, Mr. Andres P. Orag Jr., Miss Jubilee B. Cañete, Miss Irish Lynn T. Alolod, our Reading, Pagbasa, and Phil-Erie District Coordinators, all SRD School Reading Coordinators, all teachers, SRD Reading School Community, Reading School Principals, let us proclaim our reading life. Good reading day, guys! That was the inspiring message of a reading advocate leader in the district. This time, allow me to read the message of our very own school head, Ma'am Mariclu Mateo Alpas. Reading is fundamental. In fact, it is one of the most important ingredients to becoming all that an individual can be. Reading develops brain, provides a window into the world around, and helps a learner do better in all school subjects. Most importantly, reading can not only help one become a better learner, but a better person. Thus, we in the Department of Education are so grateful that literacy is being pursued amidst the global health crisis with its inspiring #Sulong Edukalidad. And in pursuant to DepEd Memorandum number 244, series of 2011, the DepEd Regional Office has been informing us to conduct this year's National Reading Month, or NRM. This is in connection to DepEd's commitment to provide quality, accessible, relevant, and liberating basic education for all, and to respond to the challenge of Bawat Bata Bumabasa, or 3Bs. Given our situation today, activities related to reading will surely meet some difficulties, for we have to hold activities for this month-long celebration with strict observance to the health protocols and guidelines set forth by the IATF and the local government. However, this pandemic will not beat the creativity and resourcefulness of teachers. We already modeled these during the successful implementation of the school's 8-week reading remediation program, otherwise known as the 8WRRP. Moreover, we have ventured already to digital ways of implementing reading programs and activities by using the social media, visual communication platforms, video conferencing app, and many others. I encourage all SRSS teachers and guardians to keep on putting forth your best efforts on improving reading. Always remember, basta magkugi, aduna gayoy agi. And I also encourage all SRSS learners to keep on loving reading. Remember, kun kabalo kamo basa, mapuslan gayud nimo kini bisan asa sa imong pag-eskwela. Kudos, San Roque Central Elementary School. When there is a beginning, there is an end. At this point in time, San Roque Central Elementary School is proud to present to you the meaningful and unique reading activities of the school that everybody enjoyed and looked forward to. We had #ShareBook activity. All learners, which was of course taken care of by the guardians, school administrators, teachers, utilities, were encouraged to share storybooks for children. And indeed, many shared books. A Dropbox was displayed for such purpose. Info drives were released via school Facebook page, school YouTube channel, and school and class group chats. Books which were collected from the campaign are now ready to be given to the most economically challenged learner of the school. We also had Leaders of Readers. The school has been very blessed because this reading activity was graced by the reading leaders coming from the higher offices of the Department of Education. And to pave the way of the 6 in a row Leaders of Readers, first of course, we had Ma'am Mariclu Mateo Alpas, who first led the first release of Leaders of Readers newsletter issue. Ma'am Alpas has been a reading advocate. She is even the district reading coordinating principal. She always wants that reading activities, interventions, and the like should be visible and functional in the whole school year-round, not only during reading month. She has been the reading prime mover of our school. We were blessed with how Dr. Melinda Arguillas Roma encouraged all SRSS stakeholders to value reading by sharing her view about valuing reading. Ma'am Roma is an ever advocate of localization, contextualization, and indigenization, or LCI. We can obviously see that in her chosen LCI-inspired photo with her cute and adorable grandchildren enjoying reading together. Dr. Roma believes that contextualizing reading comprehension instruction places the learners in a vivid and meaningful authentic situation. Thanks to Dr. Roma for letting us all remember the value of reading. Third, we were given a chance by Ma'am Narmela Espedido, the reading focal person of the Division of Davao City. Creative reading efforts of our division becomes one of a kind because of this voracious reader then and now behind the scene. Fourth, we were able to feature in our Leader of Leaders school reading activity the pro in reading and leadership, Dr. Jinky B. Ferman, Sese, the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent and a reading advocate. Dr. Ferman is indeed the perfect magnate in reading and leadership of the Division of Davao City. She had Master of Arts in Education, Reading Education at the University of the Philippines, and Doctor of Philosophy, Education Leadership at the University of Immaculate Conception. See, Dr. Ferman is a pro in leadership and reading indeed. Fifth, we were able to bring for Leaders of Readers Dr. Marilyn Villa de Duyo, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent and a reading advocate. We were inspired by her because Dr. De Duyo is a woman endowed with the virtues of being a leader. Ma'am Inday, as she is fondly called by her colleagues, believes that leadership is about character. Specifically, a character attuned to its ethical responsibilities to others. The kind of character that, in regard to others, always tries to do the right thing for the right reason on purpose. She is a leader who inspires to innovate, devotes to discipline, induce curiosity for creativity, pursue people towards business, allocates to discipline, coheres with confidence, serves selflessly, and strives for success. On the other hand, she is not only a leader but a mother of two beautiful and handsome children and a loving wife to her husband. In spite of her busy schedule, she always finds time to be with her family, thanks to Dr. Diduyo. Since on November 30, we celebrated Bonifacio Day. We were inspired also by our brave hero Supremo Andres Bonifacio because he had shown high regard for education and despite his meager status, he engaged in reading books written in Tagalog and Spanish. Indeed, November 30, 2020 for San Roque Central Elementary School was a double celebration. And the last but not the least, our Leaders of Readers school activity was culminated by having to feature the DepEd Region Office Reading and Digital Early Language Literacy and Numeracy or DELLN focal person Dr. Annalisa Almazan. One defining trait of a good leader is that she reads voraciously. This leader of ours is a voracious reader. As proof, at a very young age, Dr. Annalisa Almazan reached regional level leadership as education program specialist and a reading focal person in the Department of Education Region 11. Small and young, but terrible indeed. This leader has found already the secret ingredient of a strong leadership in reading. Critical traits like intelligence, knowledge, decision-making, innovation, people skills, and so on made her for a good leader. She possesses the universal trait of a great leader that cuts across geographies and cultures, which is having the habit of reading. We were absolutely inspired by Dr. Annalisa Almazan to keep on reading. Because books also spark curiosity in children, encouraging them to question. It is with open minds and curiosity that we are able to reach across differences and create friends instead of enemies. And aside from the school's suggested reading activities, because SRSS teachers are such creative, innovative, and resourceful, thus, other classroom reading activities were also done, such as family reading time every night, virtual book parade, creative reading contests like storytelling, oral reading, ictus and elocution, choric reading, and many others. During the launching of our school's National Reading Month celebration, who would not be amazed of our two very own multi-talented Mr. Readers in the person of Ma'am Jade Sakuan and Sir Amid Vicente Zablan. They were so creative enough to show us digital storytelling. Two of them were our Mr. Readers, where the SRSS learners gamely and enjoyably guessed who were they, our mystery readers. 4 winners of the said contest received an award of school supplies worth 200 pesos each. Budget of the said something nice were donated by the kind-hearted reading advocates of our school. That just manifests that SRSS always finds ways to make sure that all of our stakeholders are always inspired to keep on pressing on reading. We also joined in the first virtual reading summit hosted by the Division of Davao City. The summit was so relevant to teachers and to parents or guardians, especially when we saw Dr. Jinky Ferman gave her creative digital storytelling. when we heard the inspiring messages, and when we listened to the inputs of the keynote speaker, Dr. Rosalina Villaneza, the BLD Chief of DepEd Central Office.